so today, that was a really spastic hi, but hello. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing, wait, I'm so tongue-tied. I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to my How to Achieve Your Dreams video. Now, I was so excited. For those of you that didn't see it, that video actually went up on Wednesday, and in that video, I made an announcement that today, for today's video, I was going to kind of bring you guys on the video and take your interaction via video responses, comment section, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. So today, that is exactly what I did. First off, before I hop right in, I have to say I have been so involved talking with you guys on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I have to tell you guys, I am now like really teaching Dan how to use Twitter because he had a Twitter just cuz, but he didn't really know how to use it. But now, for those of you that follow our vlog channel, you know Dan pretty well now, and he's gonna be tweeting a lot more, so you have to go over and follow him and then yell at him via tweet and tell him, Nikki said to tweet more, because he's learning how and he's starting to understand it. And to join this conversation, you can follow me on Twitter and use the hashtag that's in the bottom of this video. So with that being said, I want to jump right in and cover questions, show video responses, and I think the best way to kick this off, I think I'm going to start with video responses. So with that being said, I'm going to play them now.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. My goal is also to heal my knee. I have had trouble with my right knee, and I'm in the Navy, so I have to stay really active. Staying in good physical shape is really important for work. So for my work goals, I wrote study for promotion, make E6, which is the next rank in the military, gain leadership roles in command, and then become more technically knowledgeable. Baby steps I'm going to take for that are to read one item a day off my bibliography. 2 is to take notes on the bib items to strengthen the knowledge. And then for make E6, it's just right now, it's just the study for promotion. This is really exciting, and I'm so excited to get started on this. And yeah.
My name's Hannah, and I'm just sitting here in my room with my comfy sweater and my hair tied up in this bun contraption thingy. And I just finished watching your recent video, how to make your dreams come true. So the first goal is to please my mom. What I want to do is every single day I want to go out of my way and do something for her. That could be washing the dishes or washing my brother for her. Another thing is to read the Bible, the entire Bible. And I don't really have a date set for that, but I know that if I just keep reading a little bit every single day, whether it be a chapter or a couple of verses, eventually I'll get to that goal. Third thing is to keep my room clean. I could just dust my workspace. I could wash my counter, just do something really simple to keep my room clean, because that's an environment that I'm in. So I just want to eat one fresh fruit or one green veggie every single day to keep me healthy. So excited for, how to be a happy January.
My name is Jacinda, and I'm so excited that you're doing this series because I think it's really important for everybody that makes a goal to just kind of help each other out and just, cheer each other on. My big goal for 2013 is to really try to lose weight and just be a healthier person. I've been married for 6 years now, and me and my husband haven't been able to have a baby. So, I just want to have that chance to be able to get pregnant. I just really think that I've taken notice of what it means to be healthy. So any advice that you could give me would be great.
I'm so glad you made the video on how to make your dreams come true. It was such an inspiring video. It made me just think about so many things, and I've come up with 2 things that I want to do, and I really, really need your help. The first thing is I want to become more spiritual. Over the past 2 years, I think, I got really, really, really ill, and due to this, I just haven't been close to God. I feel really, really angry because of everything that's happened. I just feel like the relationship I have with God has just gone, and I really want that back. In your video, you said you're going to read the Bible for 2 minutes every day. I'm going to try and do that too and see if that will help. I'm going to try and go to church more. I do try to go every Sundays, but I haven't been as committed as I used to be. The second thing I want to do is try to build my relationships with my friends and my family members, because I feel like I've just abandoned everyone because of my illness. I feel like I've just given up on a lot of things, so I feel like I should be more positive and just find a way to make it up to them, I guess. Can you please give me some ideas and tips onto how I can make my dreams come true?
Okay, so I'm going to answer some of the questions in the video responses. By the way, I have to first say, I loved hearing your guys' goals and seeing all these video responses. So now I'm just going to kind of answer some of the questions that were in there. So the first thing I wanted to talk about
is I want to become more spiritual. Over time, because of everything that's happened, I just feel like the relationship I have with God has just gone, and I really want that back.
You know, to just be honest, this problem is something that, like I said, I had struggled with too. I think that, like, okay, I was going to say anybody who's had some struggles has felt that at certain points, but then I realized that that's all of us, because I know everyone has struggles. And I find that a lot of times people go through this when they have struggles. They feel angry at God and frustrated. And I think I'm just going to tell you what I've been doing. Like I said, I'm trying to read my Bible daily. And second thing is, this is kind of random. Well, not really, but I'm really trying to really be grateful for the things that I have and start really seeing beauty in the world around me. And you know what's funny, actually, is eating more raw foods has kind of, like, I guess, rekindled some of, like, my hurt feelings or the way I was feeling, just because every time I eat a freaking vegetable, man, I'm like, dang, God made this. Like, when you really eat fresh fruit and vegetables and you're like, dude, this was put on the planet, it's kind of hard to not be in awe and not be grateful. So I would say practice, you know, being really grateful and counting the things that you're excited to have in your life. You know, when people say, like, count your blessings, be grateful, I feel like it's, like, really good intentions and what they're saying is right, but sometimes it feels very vague and you're like, okay, counting my blessings. But what I think that literally means is to sit there and think, like, dude, what are all of the amazing things that are going on in my life right now? And if you really sit there and try to get excited, you can find certain things, like, even little things like, wow, man, I have the nicest walk home from school. Like, the scenery I walk home from, like, from school to home is so nice. Or, like, man, I'm so lucky I can afford to buy good groceries. Like, this food is so good. Or, you know, so the point that I'm making is being grateful for stuff. Like, you can find something to be grateful for, and that really helps. And praying daily and reading your Bible daily and just being grateful for the things in your life really kind of helps to lift your spirit in general and make you feel better. So
my first goal is being healthier and losing weight. Everybody's goal or everybody's New Year's resolution. But I have been heavy my whole life. I've never ever been skinny, or it's not even about being skinny, but just being a healthy weight. And I want to know what that's like, and I want to feel healthy on the inside and mentally and physically and everything and every aspect. And I would like to know how to do those baby steps.
What I can say is I notice that when I focus on eating more for my health versus a vain reason, I feel better. I feel like I look better, and just most importantly, I feel like the stress is alleviated, because focusing on eating a certain way for a visual result, like for me, my thing has always been like, oh, I gotta eat a certain way for my skin. And that's true, but your skin looking good is kind of a byproduct. I think that we need to really realize how precious our bodies are and how the food that we feed our bodies really affects us, and focus on taking care of our health, you know? And taking care of your health is a big deal. It's basically like stepping out on a limb and saying, I'm worth it. Because if you're willing to spend the money on food on yourself, you're sending a subconscious message to yourself every single day saying, you're worth it. I will spend the money on you. So my biggest recommendation to you would be do research on, to anyone that wants to lose weight, do research on health, the health side of it. And that's the first tip, is to really learn, like, what fresh fruits and vegetables do to your body, what they help do. You know, to put in a nutshell, they do so many things, and I feel like I'm learning all the time, but a really simple thing to explain is fresh fruits and vegetables are full of water and fiber. What water and fiber does is they clean your body of toxins, like toxic sludge that builds up in your body and makes it hard to lose weight, hard to function at a high energy level, hard to be happy because it messes with how much crap is coming out of your body, literally. Try to think of healthy food instead of thinking of like, I'm going on a diet and I'm going to eliminate this, that, or whatever. Start thinking like, what do I want to add into my diet? You know, I briefly mentioned that the last video, but the more that you start adding in good things, you kind of start crowding out the bad, and you slowly retrain your body to crave good things. And it's not like, oh yeah, sure, I'm going to crave celery. It's not like that, like you retrain what you like. It's that the cleaner your body gets, your body starts recognizing when it needs something, like when it needs a nutritional need to be met. So you actually start craving fruits and vegetables based on the nutrition your body needs. So my advice to you is to start adding in. I would say a good baby step, this may not feel like a baby step to you, so if it doesn't feel like a baby step and it feels like a huge deal, then pick something easier. But my best advice to all of you would be to start eating a fruit or a vegetable at every single meal before you eat the meal. Because then, even if you're eating a junky rest of the meal, if you're eating like an apple or celery or a salad or whatever, or green juice or something like that before you eat your meal, you are cleaning out your intestines. You're kind of making a more alkaline environment in your body and preparing it for the food that's coming in afterwards, and cleaning it with the fiber and the alkalinizing minerals and all that stuff. So try just adding a fruit or a vegetable before every meal. Okay, so I also got a lot of Twitter responses, so I'm going to put them in right here. It was great, like quotes, questions, all that kind of stuff, so yeah. So 2 things. The first one was this question right here, how to track your goals. And one thing I want you to notice is if you're checking in with your checklist daily, that is kind of how you keep track of your goals. You're checking them daily. But my mom made a good point, because the point is to just make goals and go, and you're not a fortune teller, you're not going to know the future, you might change your mind. A good thing to do is to reevaluate your goals like every week or 2, or you can go a little longer, every month, but to sit down and reevaluate them and go, okay, based on what I know now, is this still what I want? And kind of make sure you're on the right track with what you really want. On a side note, one thing I wanted to point out to you guys, just to notice when you're making goals and when you're doing things in your life, is I feel like as a culture, we've become very into like getting rid of negativity. And it's true, you don't want negativity. But sometimes I think we brush off hard things, like hard situations or tough things that could build our character, as being like negativity. And then we just cut it. And it's a shame because we end up severing and ruining relationships that don't necessarily need to be severed or ruined, or we end up cutting out something out of our life that could have really grown our character and taught us a lesson. So in terms of kind of everything, look at a situation and go, is this a bad negative situation that I need to remove myself from, that needs to be out of my life? Or am I not looking at this the clearest? Do I need to maybe reevaluate how I'm looking at this, or find out all of the things in the situation, or work through it and grow my character? Don't be so quick to just be like, negativity, gone, because sometimes we feel that urge when we're just scared, and maybe we shouldn't make such rash moves. But I really want to make sure you guys evaluate those things when making your plans and your goals and your dreams and stuff like that. So moving on to comments. You guys left a lot of really great comments in the comment section, so I'm going to put them in right now. Okay, so this first question I'm going to answer by saying everyone is different. Everyone's life is different, and I'm getting really hot. I can't really give you an exact answer. What I will say is a good thing to keep in mind is another thing I've noticed, and this is me too, this is like all of us. For some reason in our culture and society, we've developed this kind of like, what's the word? Like, I can't think of the word right now. When you think that you deserve something. Entitled sense of thinking. Like, well, that's what you should have. You should have this when you're here and you should have that when you're there. And we look at older people and we forget to realize that they've put a lot of time in, they've put their dues in, and stuff does not just happen overnight. So, to answer your question in two parts, A, that's the first thing you need to realize is that may not be your situation right out of college. And if it's not, that's okay, because I, in my personal life, literally know people that are really, really wealthy and really well off, and they used to be very, very broke. Very broke. And, you know, Dan and I are doing fine now in life, but we used to live in someone's garage. You know, things take time to come to fruition. Not always, but a lot of times. And in society, I feel like we've all kind of taken on this, like, this entitled thing, like, well, that's what it is. Like, even things like, and people really may hate me for saying this, I'm really sorry if I offend you, but even things like college, I feel like we've developed a thing of like, everybody deserves to go to college. No, not everybody does. Like, if you want to go to college, you work for it. And if you do get to go to college, consider it a blessing, not something you were just entitled to. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to everyone, like all of us. But it's something that, like, we have to step back sometimes and go, dude, I'm blessed. I didn't deserve this. You know, I could have been born, like, I don't even know, in a place where I didn't even have a roof over my head, and realize that things take time. So, but on a second note, on a more happy, less Debbie Downer note, I was gonna say that in terms of jobs, one good thing to do might be really spending time thinking about what type of job you want out once you get out of college, what you really would like to do out of college, and start taking daily steps to get there. So I'm just gonna throw out a random example. Let's say you wanted to work at a magazine. I have no idea. You may be going to school to be a doctor, so you know. But let's say you wanted to work at a magazine and you said, okay, in order to get a job, I'm going to start maybe blogging, and I'm going to blog, like write a blog post, 2 blog posts a week, and write for 5 minutes a day. And every single day I'm going to, like, I don't even know, find a new person at a certain magazine to follow on Twitter, like someone that works at the magazines that I like, find them, follow them on Twitter, and reach out to them and start developing social media relationships with different people at magazines. Because if you really want to work at a magazine, even if you don't get hired at that magazine, it's good to know people in that field. So let's say you get hired at this magazine, but not this one. You don't want to stay in like just your little world. You want to make friends with everyone in your industry. So, think outside of the box, things that you can do to get the things that you want. The next thing is this question right here. My advice to you would be lots and lots and lots of fruits and veggies, sandwiches, things like that. Veggie sandwiches, salads, do things like having, you know, chopped up fruit and chopped up veggies in bags, bring those with you to class with like whole grain cracker with some string cheese and apples and veggies and salads and things like that. Buying a blender, that's always a good thing. This doesn't require any cooking, but you can fit a ton of nutrients in a smoothie. So yeah, those are my ideas. Okay, and I get asked a lot what type of advice I have for people starting a beauty channel, beauty vlog, whatever. If you actually go up to the search bar and you write Nikki Phillippi, how YouTube became my job. I actually did a 2-part video series or whatever explaining exactly how I got on YouTube, how I made money on YouTube, kind of that whole journey, and they're long videos. So I just felt like this was a question I got asked a lot, so I wanted to answer. So you can go search in the search bar and all that information is there. And then on Facebook, I got this. That is great. Like I said earlier, I think it's great to focus on adding and not taking away. Also, keep in mind, guys, Zevia, I know I have a Zevia obsession, but I'm even starting to wean off of Zevia. I put Zevia in the place of Diet Coke because Diet Coke, I hate to tell you guys, is really, really bad for you. So I replaced Stevia because I thought, okay, well, I really don't want to give up Diet Coke, so at least I'll replace it with something. So it might still not be great, but at least it's better than my Diet Coke. But now that I'm not as obsessed, I'm starting to back off. But I think that that's amazing that you're looking for a healthy alternative, and I think it's great that you're adding in produce rather than just vowing to take everything else out. That's bad. So good job. Okay, and then this was actually a comment I got on Instagram, and my advice to you is don't be discouraged by what other people are saying. Some people are just built a little smaller or a little bit bigger. Everyone has a different body types, and you really should strive to not compare yourself to others. But on that note, as far as nutritional needs, I think it would be really good for you to focus on lots and lots of veggies and lots of fruit, and really trying to get in good whole grains. And guys, read your packages, read your labels, you know, watch out for sugar. A lot of these, even healthier, like healthy processed food, it has a lot of sugar in it, and sugar's not great for you when it's just in its own in a processed food. There's sugar in fruit, but the sugar in fruit is combined with like fiber and water and vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. So sugar by itself, refined sugar in a processed food, is not good. It spikes your blood sugar and it messes with your hormones and your mood a lot. So read your packages and really try to stick to foods that were grown on this planet, that came out of the ground. They're there for a reason, they're there for you, and they're good for you. Okay guys, so that is it. Keep in mind, I do have regular beauty and fashion videos coming up too. This is a series. I had a lot of questions about that. Yes, I'm still fully planning on doing traditional beauty and fashion videos. They're just going to be in the context of a series, which is kind of hard to explain, but I guess you'll see this month. Come join the conversation on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, the comment section down below. Use the hashtag either HowToBeHappyJanuary, or we developed kind of a shorter hashtag HTBHJ, because it was really hard to fit in long tweets with that whole hashtag. So either one is fine. And don't forget to hassle Dan on Twitter and subscribe to our vlog channel for vlogs 5 days a week. Crazy. That was my boo. I didn't fart, I swear. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.